Hello, I'm John Sturdivant, and here is a quick reminder about operative words, what they are, how to recognize them, and how to use them. Operative words can be verbs, nouns, adverbs, and adjectives. These descriptive words are great, but they can also be vague. How did the client review something? What was involved with the planning process? What does the client mean by improved? What sort of initiative? How fast is quickly? How big is large? And how do you measure that? How did the client determine what was successful? Well, it's important to ask clients for metrics like how much was the sales increase or how many hours of planning did the client save. Also look for ways to show not just what the client does, the task, and not just the percentage of increase or time saved, but also how and why the client did the task to achieve the result. Hiring managers want to see the process and the decision-making that candidates use to get things done. So let's look at some examples. You may have clients with technical content. It may sound like gobbledygook, but don't worry. You don't need to understand the technology precisely. When you look for operative words, you'll recognize how to ask the clients for specifics about the process and the variables that were involved. For example, what kind of research? What sort of publications? What kind of international conferences? Where were they? Looking for those specifics helps you turn a bland, boring, vague bullet point into one full of detail. In this case, I copied 2 previous bullet points and turned them into one. Again, I looked for operative words. What sort of data? How did the client analyze it? This example is from a client who's a marketing manager. What are core teams? What does the largest define? How many employees or revenue? Who are the targets that you mentioned? I also spelled out NPS to Net Promoter Score. What was the competition? Why was it successful? Who were the consumer targets and how many were there? What size was the budget? What were the KPI goals? What kind of improvements in social media? What social media was it? Looking for specifics, using keywords, using operative words. That's what helps you turn general into specifics. So, some ideas to consider about operative words. Those are words that are used to describe actions or things, but they can often be vague. And we want to turn generalizations into specifics to show actions, accomplishments, and results. Here's one way to structure an active bullet point. Show a verb, something the client did, a specific noun, not a generalization, a specific action, and the result that the client achieved. Now, complete the quick one-question quiz to make notes of what you remember about operative words.